Welcome back, friends. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 904 plus 1 linked list. So this problem is previously asked by Google, as you can see it here. So make sure you understand this problem. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel now. If you are a Java developer or preparing for coding interviews or phone interviews, then this channel have a lot of good material that will help you for preparing for your interview. So please subscribe to the channel. So let's go through the description of the problem. Given a non-negative integer represent as non-empty singly linked list of digits plus 1 to the integer. So basically we have been given a non-negative integer and we have to add 1 into that integer. That's what the problem is, right? And the integer is given as a singly linked list. You may assume the integer do not contain any leading zeros except the number 0 itself. Okay, the digits are stored such that the most significant digit is at the head of the list, right? So as you can see, if we are talking about 123 number, then 1 is the most significant digit, right? So it is at the head of the list basically. So let's take these examples over here and let's discuss about what the problem is and how we can solve this problem, right? So so the problem is basically they have given us a number, right? So for example, let's talk about this example one. So 123 is the number that is given to us, right? 123, 123 is the number. Now we have to add 1 here, right? So basically it should be 124 should be the result, right? So now the problem is that when we are adding, we actually want to start adding into this last position, right? So we cannot like always traverse to the last position and keep adding one, right? So what we will be doing to solve this problem is first we will be reversing this 123 list that is given to us, right? So if we reverse this list, then the list will look like this, right? 3, then 2, and then 1, right? After reversing it, and 3 will be the head basically, right? 3 will be the head of the list. So we will start adding from the head. So we will, what we will do is we will start iterating the list and we will start adding this value, right? So now this 3 plus 1 becomes, this node becomes 4, and if now there is no carry, right, to carry forward. So carry will be 0 in this case, right, because there is no carry. So we will just add 0. So now it will be 2 here. Now again there is no carry, so we will just carry is 0 basically, so we will have 1 here, right? So now our list become 4 to 1. So at the end what we will do is again we will have to reverse this list to get the answer, right? So once we reverse the list, our answer will come as 1 to 4, correct? So that is how we are going to solve the problem. So as you can see, 124 will come after you add 1 to 123, right? Now the tricky part is, if let's say second example, if you look at it, the second example is 99, right? Here 9 and then 9 is the example. So now in this case, first what we will do is again we will reverse the list, right? So reverse list will again look like the same 9 9, right? Even after reversing, and head will be pointing to this 9, right? So we will have one variable called as carry variable. It will be initialized to 0 in the beginning, and we will keep changing. It might change, right? If the number becomes 10 or bigger, then it will change. So for example, then we will start adding 1 from the this 9, right, from the head. So now 9 plus 1, which is equal to 10. So in this case 10 means we will just write 0 here and our carry becomes 1 now because of 10, right? And then this carry will be added to this 9. Now this carry will be added to this 9. So now again 9 plus 1 is again 10, right? So 10 means 0 we will write here, right, in the list. Now our carry will be still remaining 1 in this case, right? So carry is still 1. So at the end, now we already have exhausted our list. Now we have a carry 1, so we have to put that carry at the end of this list, right? So that's what we will do. and then we have to reverse this list, so we will get the answer. So the answer will come as 100 after reversing the list. So that is how, so this condition we have to handle when there are 99, this kind of condition, right? When you will have a carry remaining after you exhausted the list basically, right? So we have to add it like at the end like this basically. So this is the approach that we are going to follow to solve this problem of adding one to the linked list. So so basically first we have to like implement the reversing of the linked list, right? Because the reversing will be required to solve this problem. So how reversing code will work? So this I'm just showing you how the reversing list is code works, right? So if for example if this is the list, then I have listed the code here, and I'll just quickly explain you how the reversing list works. So because the solution is based on the reversing list, right? So what we will do is we will have a current pointer cur, and previous pointer we will call is prev, and we will have a next pointer, right? So we'll just call when I'm writing, I'll just write like C for cur, P for prev, and N for next, right? So in the beginning current will be pointing to head, this is the head, and this is our current, right? This is our current pointer, and previous is null, right? So null means previous is null. So let me just write null here, and this is previous, right? Previous is null, and next will also be null, right? So now what happens is current we will point to head, and we will be iterating in this while loop here, right? This is the while loop that will reverse the list. So now next will go to cur dot next. So next will reach here, so I'll just write next here, and cur dot next is equal to prev. So cur is here, right? So cur dot next is equal to prev. So now as you can see, prev is null, right? So cur dot next means this one dot next will be prev, means it will go to null basically, and then prev is equal to cur. So prev means p will become point here. Now this is prev, and cur is equal to next. So cur will point to next now, right? So now cur will come here. Okay, so now our while loop we are now again iterating. Now again next will become cur dot next. So next will go here, cur dot next means, and cur dot next is equal to prev. So this is our cur dot next is equal to prev. So prev means it will point like this, right? And then prev is equal to cur. So prev now will point to where cur is right now. So prev will go here, and cur is equal to next. So next means cur will now point here at the end of the loop, right? Now the loop will again execute, right? Next is equal to cur dot next. So next will now move to cur dot next means next will move here. Then cur dot next is equal to prev. So this is cur, right? So cur dot next is equal to prev means it will go like this basically, right? And then prev is equal to cur. So now prev will again now pointing to where cur is, right? And then cur is equal to next. So cur will start pointing here at the end, right? And then next time again next is equal to cur dot next. So next is cur dot next means next will now pointing to null, right? Next is pointing to null now. Cur dot next is equal to prev. So this is our cur dot next is equal to prev. So as you can see how the reversing is happening, right? See, all the nodes are getting reversed now, and then prev is equal to cur. So prev will pointing to cur now. So prev is pointing here, and then cur is equal to next. So sorry, so cur is now pointing here to next. So this is our cur now. So now cur is equal to null now, right? So while loop will break at this point, and head will point to the prev, right? Prev is pointing here, right? This is the prev. Prev is pointing to 4. So now head will pointing to 4 at this point, right? Head will start pointing to prev means it will point to 4. So now as you can see, now we have reversed the list, right? Now head will pointing to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 1, and 1 to null. So now our link is reversed basically with this code. So I'll just quickly show you. So this is the reverse list code that we discussed now, right? So this will we can just pass a head of the list, and it will give us the reversed list as head, right? Okay, so that is what that code will do. So that reverse list call we will use twice, right? First we will have to reverse this list. So 1 2 3 we will become 3 2 1 after reversing, and we will add and prepare the list, and again we have to reverse the list so that we can get the answer back, right? So two times we will have to reverse it using our code. So let's go through the code of actually like how we are going to implement the plus one logic, right? So first we have to reverse the this given list. That's what we have done here in reverse list, right? And then reverse list is the pointer actually to the head basically of the reverse list, right? For example, this head is pointing to 4, means the head is pointing to the head of the reverse list basically. So that's what it is doing. So we will create one list node called as current, and it will pointing to this reverse list head, right? And we took a race node list node that is just null in the beginning, and we have a carry is equal to 1, right? So what we will do is here in this while loop, our current, while current is not equal to null, right? Means we want to now basically what we did is we have gotten this 3 to 1 list now, right? 3 to 1 list means we have reversed the list basically now. That is what we have done in the code as of now. So now our list is now looking like this basically after reversal, right? And now we will now iterate through this list, and we will current like what we will do is current dot value plus carry, right? We will do one addition, right? So it will happen like so we will add 1 here to the 3, so now it became 4, right? So that's what we are doing here. And then current dot value is equal to this whatever value we are getting mod 10, we will do mod 10, right? So for 4 mod 10 is equal to 4, so we will assign 4 to the current node current list nodes value, and then our carry will be 4 divided by 10, so carry will become 0 now basically, right? So carry will become 0, so because we only want to add 1, so carry we have to reset it to 0, so that is how the carry get reset to 0 now. And then race node is equal to current, right? Race node we are using because we want to keep track of the previously visited node, right? Once we come out of the while loop, so that's what the race node is doing. And current will go to the next. So now current was here, now current will move to 2 basically after adding 1, right? So again we will keep doing this thing, right? We will get the current value plus we will add carry. So now in this case we get 2, we have carry 0, so we will just get 2, right? After adding carry 2, and again we will do the same thing, right? Means 2 mod 10 is equal to 2, so we will assign 2 here. The carry will be 2 divided by 10, which is carry is again 0, right? So race node will pointing to current, means because we want to keep track of the what is the previously visited node, right? So that is how it will go, and at the end your race our race node will be pointing to this one, right? This will be the race node basically at this point after the list is exhausted, right? At that time we wanted to check if carry is still 1, right? Because in this example, in this example, right, 99 in this case, once we exhaust the list, carry remains still 1, right? So that is what we are checking here. If that is the case, then we take the previous node and we just call, basically we are calling another node called as 1, right, with the carry 1, and we are just appending it to the last node, means previous node, right? So previous node dot next basically will become the new node 1, and then we will just pass the reverse list, right? This is the head of the reverse list, head of the reverse list basically, which is this pointer, right? This one will be the head pointer of the reverse list. So we will have 4 2 and then 1. So this is what we are giving back to the reverse function, and it will reverse that 4 to 1 into 1 to 4 basically, and that is what we are going to return as the answer of our addition of one function, right? So I think I explained in a lot of details with the example. So now we'll just make sure that it works with the given example. So we'll just run 1 2 3. So this is the example. So now you can see now we are getting 1 2 4 and null. So that is good. So let's just change this to let's just try with this corner case, right? 999. So now it should get 1000, right? Because 999 plus 1. So now as you can see we are getting correct output. because at this time like it will get a carry at the end, right, one, and it will create that one node, basically this one node here. Let's just submit this solution. So our solution got accepted by LintCode. So this is the way you can solve plus one linked list problem. This problem was asked by Google in their past interviews. So make sure you understand and you can code and solve this problem. Also, one tip to you guys is when you are like practicing the Java codes, then make sure that you practice without using any ID, and you should be able to handwrite the code, right? Because many times in the coding interviews or whiteboarding or those things, uh, it is checked, that whether you can write Java code by hand, right? Means without looking into the API or without using any ID autocomplete things, right? So you should be able to write this without using all those things. So make sure you practice that and understand the question. Also check out my LeetCode solutions playlist, where I have over 100 solved problems that are taken by that are asked by many of the big tech companies like Facebook, Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft. So check it out. Those are solved with and explained with examples and Java code. Also, check out my Java interview related playlist, because it has a lot of Java related interview questions that are like previously asked by big companies, and how to answer those questions. So you will get a good practice, if you look at that. Also, there are playlists that explains different concepts like BFS, DFS, uh, also like different Java APIs like hash map, tree map, concurrent hash map. All those things are explained in details, which are often asked in the interview. So you make sure you go through those playlists. If this video you find it helpful for your Java preparation, please like and subscribe it. Your subscription will be really important to us, because this is the way the video can reach to more people who are practicing for Java interviews, and they can also benefit by looking at the videos. So please subscribe it, and thanks for watching the video.